Hello and welcome my fellow Plastic Addicts. Comic here. 2016 is almost over, so to celebrate I present the best Marvel Legends of 2016. From the Absorbing Man wave to the Dormammu wave, and including exclusives, we have an astonishing 74 figures thereabouts. But what figure stood above all? Well, back in the end of November, I asked you to nominate your favourite figure based on a number of categories. That's right, this list is not made by me, but ye. So, if your favourite figure has not made the list, you should have voted. However, this is not just a list of the best. Think of this as the Oscars of Marvel Legends, with various categories which we will go through as we go along. We start with the best wave of 2016. For this, we look at a wave that has the best character selection, accessories, sculpt, paints, and value for money. We'll start with the runners-up of this section. The Absorbing Man wave with its new characters, its much-needed remakes of Venom, Morbius, and Ben Reilly's Spider-Man, its obscure characters of Beetle and Speed Demon, as well as a Build-A-Figure with interchangeable parts. The Red Onslaught wave with its highly requested Mockingbird and Agent 13, the obscure characters of Wolverine, Cottonmouth, and Scourge, as well as the best versions of Captain America and Taskmaster to date. However, the overall winner of the best wave of 2016 by a near unanimous vote is the Juggernaut wave. The X-Men's return to Marvel Legends was a huge success, with the wave still being sold out in various retails. Sure, none of the characters were new, but all of them were vast improvements over the ones that came before, with many of them donning new costumes. 8 figures, and 9 if you count the Build-A-Figure. It's no wonder Hasbro is making a second wave of this, with the Warlock wave coming out soon. Next up is the best villain of 2016, who is not the overall winner. For this we look at the sculpt, the paint, and the overall importance to Marvel Legends. The runner-ups are Jack-O-Lantern for its updated look to a somewhat obscure character with its flying broomstick accessories, its sickle accessories, its pumpkin bombs, a villain for Agent Venom to battle, and of course having one of the best head sculpts since Marvel Legends began. The Absorbing Man wave Venom, a figure that has become everyone's to-go figure for one of Spider-Man's greatest foes, and the fact that it represents one of his first appearances in the comics, which is one of his head sculpts, and another one with one of his long turns, makes this figure a must-have for any collection. But the best villain of 2016 is Taskmaster. While the figure itself is based on the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon, however, this has two of the best head sculpts that has come out of Marvel Legends for a while. It has a unique body part that many people are thinking would be used for a Doctor Doom later, as well as the swappable head and the highly requested Udon head that many people wanted. As a matter of fact, many people are using the Udon head to put on this figure because it represents the costume more. Next I ask you for the best remake of 2016, where we look at a figure that has been done before and see the best figure that has been updated into a figure now. The runner-ups are the classic Captain America figure from the Red Onslaught wave, which could be the best Captain America to date, plus the swappable Capwolf head is a nice nod to many fans. The Punisher figure with its tons of guns and its nod to a highly requested version for the character. However, the winner is Kitty Pryde Shadowcat. While the figure itself isn't anything special, it is a vast improvement over the ones that we got before during the Walmart exclusive Giant Man wave. The head sculpt is beautiful, and with a body sculpt that really shows that Kitty Pryde has grown up into a fine adult that we know and love today. Best accessories next, where we look at the various accessories that came with the figure. The runner-ups are the Catapult head, a little nod to long-time fans of Captain America. The Deadpool accessories, a busload of guns, knives, swords, a masked head and a taco. This set just barely loses to the winner. The winner is Iron Fist hands. Whether it's the highly detailed wrapped fist or the translucent orange flaming fists, these really show off Iron Fist's powers and shows that he's not just a fighter, but he is a master fighter. Next is the best exclusive, where we look at store exclusives, con exclusives, or any other kind of exclusives that are out there, and see which is the best value for money, which is the best figure, and all that. The runner-ups are the Walgreens exclusive Punisher, for giving us a character that really needed an update and make it a definitive figure for many collectors. The San Diego Comic-Con Raph box set for its inclusion of characters such as Dread Knight and Purple Man, who many of us thought would never come out. And the winner is the Walgreens Namor figure. Namor has been one of those characters that can never get a proper figure made for him. The first figure used a biosculpt that was very blocky and had very little articulation. The one after that, during the Hasbro's early period of Marvel Legends, was very short and again had very little articulation. However, Hasbro has redeemed themselves and has given us what could be described as the best Namor figure to date. The only downside to this figure is its trident was reused from the Odin wave Odin, but you can overlook that because the figure itself is very, very good. Next we look at the best Build-A-Figure 2016, where we look at a Build-A-Figure that truly encourages people to collect an entire wave, be it a new character or a highly detailed sculpt. The runners up are the Space Venom Build-A-Figure for giving us a new sculpt and giving us a figure for your Guardians of the Galaxy display. The Juggernaut Build-A-Figure for giving us a new bulky sculpt that will be used for many big characters in the coming months, as well as giving us a even better encouragement to buy all the figures from the X-Men wave. However, the winner is the Red Onslaught, or the Onslaught figure. Whether it's the Red Onslaught or red with the red skull head or the Magneto head, this figure stands above all for his highly detailed sculpt and his highly requested remake from Toy Biz's own Onslaught figure, which no one really wanted. Next we go on to the best female figure, which is essentially the runner-up for the overall best figure of the year. For this we look at the sculpt, paint and articulation for a certain figure. The runners-up are Mockingbird, an Avenger who finally gets a figure and it is highly detailed and nicely painted. The MCU Scarlet Witch, a highly requested MCU figure with an all-new sculpt that may be used later for characters like Jessica Jones. But the overall best female character is Spider-Gwen, the breakout character of the Spider-Verse. This figure truly captures the character perfectly with some of the best paint apps to date, including the unmasked Gwen Stacy head. It's no wonder people fell in love with this figure. Next we go to the other side of the sexes and go for the best male figure, who is not the overall best figure. Again we look at the sculpt, paint and articulation for the figure. The run-ups are the classic Captain America, considered the best figure to date, with the catapult head that is a nice addition to long-time Captain America fans. Deadpool for his used accessories, 9 paint applications and the ability to carry all his accessories. No wonder this figure was hard to find. But the best male figure to date is Iron Fist. Iron Fist has never been a character that has a bad figure, but this figure stands above the rest for his highly requested Immortal Iron Fist version, the head sculpt, and the best accessories, if it wasn't for the fact that it was in the worst wave of 2016, in the Dumb Armor wave. However, this one overall as voted by ye. Before we get on to the best overall figure of 2016, we need to talk about the worst overall figure of 2016. Whether it's a repack, repaint, or just a bad figure, there is one figure that stood above all else as a very craptastic figure. And that figure is the Iron Skull that came in the Abomination wave. Not only does this figure only exist in the Avengers Assemble cartoon, it's not even accurate. Not only that, but except for the paint, not a single thing about it is brand new. Its head being from the Mandarin Wave Red Skull with an old Iron Man movie figure. It's no wonder many people are looking for the Abomination part on eBay and not buying this in store. And now it's finally time for the best overall figure of 2016. This has been a very close race, with almost everyone having a different figure in their list. So to make it fair, I combined all the various categories and find a list that was mentioned in almost all of them. And there was one figure that stood above everything else because it was in almost every list I looked at. Ladies and gentlemen, the overall Marvel Legends figure of 2016 as voted by you, the viewer, is Marvel Legends X-Men Juggernaut Wave, Rogue. The previous Rogue figure was one of the, if not the ugliest figure to date. Hasbro was supposed to release a more modern version in the Puck wave, but that never materialized. But back in 2015, we got an image of the very first X-Men Marvel Legends, and that was Rogue in his classic Jim Lee version. Come 2016, she was released and she was beautiful. Amazing head sculpt, sculpted jackets instead of the leather, ungloved hands. She stands above all the figures released this year. Well, that's the best figures of 2016. I have to say this has been a very fantastic year for Marvel Legends, and next year even looks even more hectic and expensive. I have gotten almost every figures this year, except for the MCU exclusives of Falcon and Winter Soldier and Iron Man and War Machine. Basically because I collect only comic book characters. But that's only my opinion. What you guys think? If you liked the video, please like, share and subscribe. Follow us on all the social media sites. I'm going to be taking a small break for the Christmas because I'll be working in retail and I don't have time to be working on this, I'm afraid. So, just to announce the winner of the poll, and that is Wolverine, if you haven't gone into my website for a while. He will be the first video of 2017 sometime in January. So until then, I'll see you when I see you.